Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to recall a name you've known for years? If so, you're not alone. As we get older, it's normal to notice little changes in our memory. But here's the good news. You don't have to just accept it. In fact, there are simple, everyday habits that can keep your brain sharp, strong, and even improve your memory over time. And today, I'm going to share 5 of the most powerful ones with you. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm not as young as I used to be. Can these habits really make a difference? Absolutely. Science shows that our brains are far more adaptable than we once believed, and small, consistent actions can have a huge impact. So whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, these tips will help you stay mentally sharp, focused, and full of life. Let's jump right in with the first habit. And this one is so easy you can start doing it today. Habit number 1, feed your brain the right fuel. You've probably heard the saying, "You are what you eat," and when it comes to your brain, that couldn't be more true. The food you eat directly affects your memory, focus, and even your mood. So, what should you be eating to keep your brain in top shape? First, focus on omega-3 fatty acids. These are like superfoods for your brain. You'll find them in fatty fish like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. Studies show that people who eat these regularly have better memory and slower cognitive decline. Next, load up on antioxidants from berries, dark leafy greens, and even dark chocolate. Yes, really. These help fight off inflammation that can damage brain cells over time. And here's a quick tip. If you want an easy brain-boosting snack, try a handful of blueberries with some almonds. It's delicious, simple, and your brain will thank you. Habit number 2, move your body to wake up your mind. Now let's talk about movement. You might not think of exercise as a brain habit, but the truth is, physical activity is one of the best things you can do for your memory. When you move your body, you increase blood flow to your brain, which helps nourish brain cells and even stimulates the growth of new ones. You don't need to run a marathon. Simple activities like walking, swimming, or even dancing around your living room can make a big difference. Aim for at least 30 minutes a day, but if that feels like too much, start with just 10 minutes and build up. The key is consistency. And here's a fun fact. Studies have found that people who walk regularly have a larger hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, than those who don't. So, put on your favorite music, grab a friend, and take a stroll. Your brain will love it. Now, before we move on to the next habit, I want you to think about this. Which of these 2 habits could you start today? Maybe it's adding some salmon to your dinner or taking a short walk after breakfast. Small steps lead to big changes, and I know you can do this. Next, we'll talk about a surprising habit that most people overlook, but it's incredibly powerful for keeping your mind sharp. Stay tuned. Now, we've already covered 2 powerful habits, feeding your brain the right foods and keeping your body active. But here's something fascinating. The next habit we're going to talk about is something you're doing right this very second. And no, I don't mean watching this video, though I'm certainly glad you are. This third habit is all about how you use your mind every single day. Because here's the truth, your brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that brings us to habit number 3, challenge your brain daily, but make it fun. Think about the last time you really had to concentrate on something new, maybe learning a recipe, figuring out a new phone feature, or even playing a card game with friends. That feeling of slight struggle? That's your brain growing stronger. The key is to step outside your mental comfort zone regularly. And no, this doesn't mean doing crossword puzzles until your eyes cross, unless you love them. The best brain challenges are ones that feel like play, not work, are just slightly outside your current skills, bring you joy. Here are some easy ways to do this. Try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. It sounds silly, but this simple switch forces your brain to create new pathways. Or learn a few words in a new language. Apps make this so easy now. Even something as simple as taking a different route to the store gives your brain new stimuli to process. My 72-year-old neighbor Edna started taking piano lessons last year. At first, she said her fingers had minds of their own. But now, she plays Sunday dinners for her grandkids, and she swears her memory for names and dates has never been better. Habit number 4. Protect your sleep. Like it's gold. Now, this next habit might surprise you because you're not even conscious when it happens. But quality sleep is when your brain does its most important housekeeping. During deep sleep, your brain actually washes away toxins that can lead to memory problems later. If you've been thinking, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," please hear me. After 60, good sleep isn't a luxury, it's brain insurance. Here's how to get more of it. First, respect your natural rhythms. Many seniors find they sleep better with an earlier bedtime. Second, create a buffer zone before bed. No news or stressful shows in that last hour. Try reading something pleasant instead. And here's a pro tip. If you wake up at night, don't watch the clock. That anxious counting of hours makes it harder to fall back asleep. Margaret, one of our subscribers, told me she started using blackout curtains and a white noise machine. She went from waking 4 to 5 times a night to sleeping straight through, and noticed her morning crossword times improved dramatically. Now, before we get to our 5th and final habit, I want you to think about which of these spoke to you most. Is it the mental challenges, or maybe the sleep tips? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Because here's what I've learned from talking with thousands of seniors. The most successful people aren't those who try to overhaul everything at once. They pick 1 or 2 things that feel doable, master those, then add more. That's how real, lasting change happens. Coming up, we'll talk about the 5th habit, and this one might be the most important of all when it comes to keeping your mind sharp for years to come. We've come to our final habit, and I've saved this one for last because it's the glue that holds all the others together. You could be eating all the right foods, exercising daily, challenging your mind, and sleeping well. But without this 5th habit, you're only getting part of the picture. What is it? Well, it's not a pill, it's not a fancy brain training app, and it's certainly not some expensive medical procedure. This habit is absolutely free, available to everyone, and scientifically proven to keep your brain young. Ready? Habit number 5. Cultivate joyful connections. Your brain thrives on meaningful connection. Study after study shows that seniors with strong social ties maintain better memory and cognitive function than those who isolate themselves. But here's the important distinction. It's not about the number of people in your life. It's about the quality of those connections. Think about the last time you shared a belly laugh with an old friend, told stories with your grandchildren, had a deep conversation that left you feeling understood. Those moments aren't just good for your heart. They're like fertilizer for your brain. Social interaction stimulates multiple areas of your brain simultaneously in ways that solitary activities simply can't match. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but my friends have passed away, or my family lives far off. Here's the beautiful part. Meaningful connection can come from many places. That weekly phone call with your sister, the book club at your local library, even chatting with the cashier at your regular grocery store. Ed, an 81-year-old viewer from Florida, told me he started having coffee every morning with a neighbor. Just 30 minutes of conversation over cheap coffee, he says, made him feel sharper all day. Better than any brain supplement, he jokes. Bringing it all together. So let's quickly revisit all 5 habits. Feed your brain with omega-3s and antioxidants. Move your body to pump oxygen to your brain. Challenge your mind with new, enjoyable activities. Prioritize deep, restorative sleep. Nourish your soul with meaningful connections. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to perfect all 5 at once. In fact, I'd suggest picking just one to focus on this week. Maybe it's adding walnuts to your diet, or calling an old friend you've been meaning to reconnect with. Small steps create big changes over time. I'll leave you with this thought. Your brain is listening to every choice you make. Every healthy meal, every walk around the block, every good laugh. They're all whispers to your brain saying, "We're not done yet." And your brain, it will respond by giving you more clarity, better recall, and more vibrant years ahead. Closing and call to action. If this video helped you, do me a favor. Hit that like button so others can find it too. And I'd love to hear in the comments, which of these 5 habits are you going to try first? Your experiences might inspire someone else. Remember, growing older isn't about losing what you had, it's about protecting and enhancing what matters most. Keep showing up for your brilliant brain, and it will keep showing up for you.